Good day, everybody. Time for weather news today with J7409. The name you know, the news you can use. Of course, what we're looking at is a jet stream. This is the latest picture of the jet stream this morning from the GFS model. You can see the wind speeds, and boy, is the jet stream broken into pieces this morning. Now, I've set this in motion for a couple of days back. This was yesterday. The picture you just saw was today. And see how it breaks up? I'll let it run through again. It starts on the 18th and runs through today, the 20th. If it's your first time over at Weather News, please subscribe. Click the bell. Check off the email notifications to make sure you get all the latest in weather news, forecast, watches, warnings, and hurricane weather, tropical weather. And this is what the jet stream is looking like as of today. Well, we had a lot of flooding up in Minnesota yesterday. Lots of flooding went on in Minnesota, as well as tornadoes popping up here, there, and everywhere in the areas out in the Midwest, as I told you, probably had a good chance of happening yesterday. Right now, of course, what you're looking at is a GFS map, and it's all courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, this map. What is going on today? Well, let's turn it on, and I'll give you a quick rundown. I will go ahead and tell you before I turn it on, though, heavy rain and severe weather is expected across the Mississippi Valley today. Active weather is going to return to the East Coast this week, and boy, did I have active weather after I got off the live show with all of you guys yesterday. I mean, what a night I had. Right up until about an hour ago, I had severe lightning all night long, along with some rain, with some thunder, you name it, I got it. So, what else is happening? The air quality is going to remain a big concern for all of the parts over in the western U.S. So let's turn this on and see what's making things happen. We got a low pressure system, and it's going to continue to lift out of the plains and move into the Mississippi Valley today. And ahead of this system, warm and moist air is going to be transported from the Gulf of Mexico ahead of the frontal boundaries associated with the system. What's that going to make? Showers and thunderstorms will persist across the lower and middle Mississippi Valley, along with scattered showers and thunderstorms occurring throughout the southeast, Tennessee, and Ohio valleys. Now, some of these thunderstorms have the capability of producing severe weather, okay? Now, especially there's a risk of this happening in Tennessee and the Mississippi Valley, and the heaviest axis of rainfall is going to fall along Iowa and southern Wisconsin today. Now, by tomorrow, the low pressure system, it should quickly progress eastward toward the East Coast. Now, areas from northeast southward into the central Gulf Coast can expect convection along and ahead of the front, and some of these storms could also be severe, okay? For parts of the Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic, and there's going to be moderate rainfall also anticipated for the Great Lakes as the surface lifts over this area. By Wednesday, most of the precipitation will move offshore. However, the front presses across New England. Showers and thunderstorms will follow for you guys. Other than that, fire weather risk still is continuing, my friends, to elevate, especially for the Pacific Northwest, Intermountain West, and portions of the Great Basin through tomorrow. We got red flag warnings that are in effect right now for all of the parts in these areas. Now, the air quality also remains a concern due to the smoke from ongoing fires, and the air quality alerts continue to be in effect for much of the Pacific Northwest and all of the state of Montana. Elsewhere, moisture was going to be surging back into the southwest by tomorrow in the late afternoon and early evening hours. Thunderstorms are going to return across the southwest and Great Basin area tomorrow and Wednesday. Now, some of these storms could produce flash flooding, especially in favorable terrain in urban areas. Now, tomorrow night and into Wednesday, thunderstorms are expected to develop in the high plains of Colorado and Kansas and move into the southern plains. Some of these areas have received above normal rainfall in the last week, and that's going to elevate the chances of localized flash flooding. Additionally, there is a slight risk of severe weather in a small area of southeast Colorado and the Oklahoma Panhandle. I can't stress enough about flash flooding. See what happened up in Minnesota? They had all the flash flooding. So if you have a flash flood watch or warning, just keep your eyes on things around you. These things do materialize and happen. And everybody, I want you to stay safe. Where's the greatest chance of severe weather today? Right in this area where you see the darker green. We got a chance wherever the darker green is. And then when we come to the yellow, you guys in this area right in here, well, you could have a chance of some severe weather, maybe even producing some tornadoes today. It's summertime. These thunderstorms, as you know, I know I sound like a broken record, they can pop up anywhere at any time, okay? They can turn severe. They can, if they're along the coastline, make waterspouts. Inland, they can produce tornadoes. This is the NAM model that we're looking at now for this morning. It's set at 9. We will move it on up to 11. And this particular system can bring severe weather all up in these areas also. As I was just telling you, it's like all around. I don't like this hook shape to it. That's a sure sign that some of these cells, if they come, individual cells, if they have enough convection and become strong enough, they can produce tornadoes in these areas also. So this is what it's looking like at 1 p.m. today. We'll go on down to the afternoon. This is around 4 p.m. this afternoon. You can see this is moving right on up this way. So let's move over to around 8 p.m. this evening to 9 p.m. this evening. You see how it's hooking around. See how it's coming up into Tennessee? This is what I'm talking about. All of these areas right in here, especially right up in here and down in here. So you need to keep your eyes open and be aware of what's going on. Around 11 p.m. this evening, you can see it move on across. We will go up to 1 a.m. in the morning, and this is what it's looking like. I always like to check out the Cape map because that's where you get the energy in the air that can produce severe storms. This is set at around 12 o'clock today, lunchtime, down around Florida. Lots of energy going on, also up in Louisiana, Mississippi, around the borderlines as we come on to Alabama. And in southern North Carolina, on the border of South Carolina, lots of energy going on. This is around lunchtime today. We will move this up to around 4 p.m. this afternoon. You can see where it's red, that's the most energy. I don't see any purple, so that's a good thing. We'll move on up to around 7 p.m. this evening, and then we'll move up to around 10 p.m. tonight. Still hanging off the coast of North and South Carolina, and a little part of Florida here. Florida's easing up just a tad. You can see the energy has moved on up now. And then, of course, we have high energy over on the coast of Louisiana and portions of Texas. So at midnight tonight, does it change any at all? Looks like this energy here, we're still going to, South Carolina, still going on the coast, have a chance of some high energy storms along with Texas and Louisiana. And that's the weather for today. Thanks so much for watching. Please share this information, and please share the tropical information. If you have family or friends anywhere that may need to know this stuff and be up on it, please share this video with them, okay? I'd appreciate that a lot. I thank you for everything you do for me, and you know I love you all. May each of you have a good day and a blessed day. Keep your eyes on the sky and everything around you. And much peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thanks for watching.